Okay, welcome folks. Uh, this is a quick video to give you some hints on how to improve your writing in terms of writing enhancement, WE, number 4. This is a required assignment. It's part of the QEP quality enhancement project paper. We're testing to see how well you've improved on writing. So you need to turn in a WE4. I'm sorry, it's 3,000 words. It's part of the thing. Do as best you can. You should be able to get close. If it looks close, I'm probably not going to check. But if it looks like a page or two, it looks like barely 1,000 words, I'm probably not probably going to go ugh and have to figure something out. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet, but do your best. It's drug policy. You should be able to talk one way or another about this for as long as you need to. Fill in anecdotes. Use what you need. Okay, so after talking with some of the professors on Monday, this is things we should be including that maybe personally I thought was fine as it was, but these are some 6 quick things to do to improve your paper. 1, include a title page. Just need your paper title, your name, your university. That helps handle the standard learning objective 1 about knowing your audience and having your audience know you. Personally, I don't need it, but something we should do, and it will make your paper look nicer. So quick title page. Should also probably have some sort of introduction or abstract. It doesn't have to necessarily be labeled, but that could also serve as helping define your thesis. Your thesis is why you're writing this. What are you trying to express? But like in this paper, I am trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I know I kind of got on some people for being sounding a little too hokey, but that is fine in these papers, I guess. But you don't have to write your introduction right away. You can write that or your abstract after the fact, after you know what you're going to talk about. That way you can base your thesis around it, because you want to be your thesis. This is what I want. Here are a few salient points that I'm going to talk about that's going to help support my thesis. You don't have to go too much into it, but you could go either way. You could be like, I'm a drug absolutist. Drugs should be both free, you should be legal to buy and legal to sell. Or I'm a full drug prohibitionist. Even coffee should be banned. Just talk about, this is what I'm going for. I'm going to talk about why this is bad, why this is bad, why that is bad, and even coffee's bad because of what it does to your body or whatever. However you want to go, but introduction should be included. That's going to help with standard learning objective 1 and 2. Just make sure your thesis doesn't get contradicted in the paper. If you're going to go, well, all drugs should be legal, then don't give me points that tell me why, oh, these are the bad things that happen when drugs are legal. Unless you're going to be very careful about talking about like, oh, this is only because of this reason. If drugs were legal all over the place, we wouldn't have the problems that we have there. Idea 3, break down your writing into paragraphs of distinct points. So have distinct paragraphs based on your topics. Some people give me just a block of text. That is not good. You want paragraphs that on distinct points. If you want to talk about an oil spill, that's fine. Maybe break it down into oil spill occurs, cleanup starts occurring, repair work, lawsuits after the fact. Break it down paragraph by paragraph by paragraph. You have a foodborne illness that occurs multiple times, multiple places. Each paragraph might be one of the outbreaks. So just some ideas. Don't give me a block of text if you want to do good on standard learning outcome 3, which is the paragraphs. The quotation one, the standard learning outcome 4, is the hardest one. So 4, first, make sure you have a works cited page. it's a separate page that comes at the end, which has your citations. Don't just give me a URL. I want a APA formatted citation. There are plenty of generators online. You can type your URL into the generator and it will pull most of the stuff from your site. It doesn't matter what you're using. I don't care if you're using pop culture, you're citing a movie, you're citing a book, you're citing a TV show. Put it in the works cited. 5, this is probably the most important. Include inline citations. You will lose a lot of points at this stage if you do not have any inline citations. Anytime you're taking information that is not currently in your head, that you heard somewhere else, any information that you've heard somewhere else, it should be cited. A paraphrase, which means when you summarize someone else's work, should be cited. A quotation, direct quotations, should be cited. Long quote, a long quote, which I've saw a couple of them, it's 4 or more lines of text, should be broken into its own separate little thing, but all that should be cited. For inline citation, you need in parentheses the author and the year. If you want to mention author so-and-so said this, you still have to follow it with the year and cite in parentheses. Include those because you're essentially giving them credit for their work, that you can use other people's work when discussing some of these things. If you want to say, well, look at how drugs destroyed this family on Scarface. Quote Scarface. Tony Montana, top of his game, got high on his own supply, his empire falls apart. You want to talk about The Wire, you want to talk about Godfather, you want to talk about any sort of drug-based show that is out there, Breaking Bad, how that destroyed a simple chemistry teacher's family and life. Cite it. It's great to support it with your own thoughts and ideas, but cite it. You don't cite it, you're going to lose points. And the last thing, number 6, use a spell check program. Just run a quick spell check before you're done. It's not going to catch everything, but it will catch some of it. As long as it catches some of it, you'll be doing better off than you were before. I would say read it through and see if it sounds right to you, but just run a quick spell check first and try to take a lot of suggestions unless it's completely wrong. It's like, no, I wasn't trying to say that. So with that in mind, those are the things. Do those and your paper should be 100% better. I guarantee.